The Guards of the Rajah. Father was happy as he walked towards home. He no longer hated Christians. He loved the mission doctor, and he loved the God in heaven. He looked up at the beautiful starry sky above him. Somewhere beyond those bright twinkling stars was the God who had made all these things with his power. He was far greater than the charm doctor or the spirits. Suddenly, there was a rustling in the bushes beside the road, and words from strange voices. The rough men sprang out of the bushes. They were armed with sharp knives that gleamed in the moonlight. They came towards Father, but he walked on. He had no business with anyone at this hour. He was not afraid. Had he not promised the God in heaven to love and to serve him? Why should anyone wish to harm him? He quickened his pace, for he was anxious to tell Mother that he had become a Christian, and that Katsumo, too, had given her heart to Jesus. The two men came closer, but Father continued on his way. Suddenly the two men turned abruptly and disappeared in the darkness. Father thought that he heard one of them say, "The Guards of the Rajah," but he was not certain. Soon he was at his own doorway. Mother was waiting for him, holding little Adu in her arms. "I am so glad you are safe," she said with a sigh. "Some evil men were here tonight to kill you. They knew where you had gone, and they said that they would be waiting on the trail for you. I was praying to the God in heaven to take care of you, and I knew he would. I am glad you are home again, safe from harm." Father told Mother of his new experience. "Someday I want to be a Christian too," she said, as she laid her baby on his blanket. "I want all my children to believe in the God in heaven." Father and Mother and Adu were soon asleep, little dreaming of the strange shadows that crept nearer and nearer to the little mud brick house. Two rough men were talking to each other as they peered curiously at the small open doorway. "They must be inside," said one of the men. "I am sure they went home with him." "But why should the Guards of the Rajah go home with him?" The other men could not answer that question. It was puzzling to both of them. They stared at the doorway, waiting to see if the soldiers would appear. "What shall we tell the charm doctor when he asks why we did not kill him?" asked the first man. "If we told him about the Guards of the Rajah, he would not believe us. He would only laugh." "But I saw them walking down the road with him, one on either side. I could hardly move. I wonder if they are still with him." "No doubt they will stay all night. Come, let us go home." When morning came, Father went about his work as usual. After he had milked the cow and had eaten his breakfast, he took his rice gourd and went out to the field to hoe and to cultivate. His heart was light, and he sang as he worked. It was not the weird chant of the charm doctor, but a new song that he had learned at the mission. "I know a story, wonderful story, story of Jesus, story of love." He did not know many of the words, but he sang what he did know over and over again. As he reached the far end of the field, one of the villagers approached him. "You are fortunate to be alive," said the man. "If it had not been for the Guards of the Rajah, you would not be out here enjoying the bright sunshine this morning." "The Guards of the Rajah?" repeated Father in a puzzled tone. "Yes, it is told in the village that two men hired by the charm doctor waited with knives last night, intending to kill you. But two of the Rajah's guards walked home with you and guarded your house all night. Is that true?" "It is true that two men followed me," said Father, "but they did me no harm. The God of heaven protected me from whatever evil they intended to do to me." Then Father remembered the words the mission doctor had read to him from his Bible and the good night message, "May the angels of God guard and protect you on your way home." All day Father thought about the experience. The work did not seem so hard, for there was a song in his heart. It was a wonderful world that the Lord had made.